Because of regulatory concern with elongate hemlock scale, growers should be tracking and monitoring scale throughout the rotation of every field. Elongate hemlock scale are found on the underside of needles. They are oblong in shape. You will always find both the white male scales and the brown female scales. And sometimes you will even find the pale yellow crawlers or nips. We're now in the second week of June. In just a few weeks, there will be shearing crews coming into these fields and start shearing the trees. In the past, growers have taught their shearing crews to look for the white, fluffy powder left behind by the male scales. The problem with that is that powder indicates a heavy infestation of scales. We would like to find the scales before it gets to that stage. The male scales produce white filaments to protect their cells. These get onto the needles and you can see them from a distance. What you can't see from a distance is the scales that are on the underside of the needles. So today I'm standing in a field of trees that's not yet showing symptoms of scale. And what I want to determine is whether scale is present here or not. So to do that, I want to randomly walk through the field and check trees as I go. I'm roughly going to be checking 15 trees per block. So to find the scales on the underside of the needles, you'll have to pull up the branches to look at them. So in scouting for elongate hemlock scale, it's easiest to start at the bottom of the tree and work your way up the tree, looking on the lower side of the branches. You're looking for the scales to be on the bottom side of the needle, not only on this year's growth, last year's growth, or even growth that's 3 years old. Since you don't know where scale's coming from or how it's entering your field, you don't want to look at the same side of every tree. As you're working through the trees, you may want to look at the north side of one tree, the south side of one tree, the east side of one tree, and the west side of the next tree. So even if only one shoot on the tree has scale, that's considered an infested tree. Keep track of the number of trees you find infested in a field with scale so you can determine a percentage. Then you can track that percentage in the field from year to year. For more information on how to scout for scale, please check our website.